So today, guys, I've actually got a very interesting video for you because we are going to be talking all about the next major version update for the console and the PC, but we're going to be talking more into the current game and how, like, the health of it, if you know what I mean, like with the official servers and just the, you know, the exploits and stuff. And is ARK getting to the stage where it's really starting to be fixed now? Like, I know as soon as I say that, there's going to be loads of people in the comment section down below saying that, you know, oh, Dom, there's still all of these problems, this is happening massively. But if you look back to how ARK was like 2 years ago, there wasn't really much being done about the enforcement side of things and fixing exploits, and there were just so many, like, people were just cheating all the time. And Wildcard are working more and more and more on their live ops on their game, and I just think ARK 2 could potentially be such a big game because there's not going to be as many problems. There's always going to be problems on a new game, but there just isn't going to be as many as there would have been at the start of ARK 1, so hopefully the overall health of the game will be perfect. Now, if you guys do enjoy today's video when I go through all of the news, make sure to smash that like button because I believe this is game changing and I really feel like I'm looking forward to the future of ARK. We're also nearly at 200,000 subscribers, guys, so if you are new around here, please press that subscribe button if you want to see more ARK videos, because, I mean, to think we're like 8,000 away from 200k is crazy. But anyway, let's get in with the video. So this is obviously Dolly. I just thought I'd start the video with this before we go into a lot about the live ops, about her saying basically, seeing a lot of questions regarding the next major version for console, and there is a Genesis Chronicles 5, I think, update coming. It'll be submitted on the 21st of March, so obviously that will probably be, that she says, so we can expect it towards the end of March. This will include the flyer speed changes, as mentioned in my video yesterday for unofficials, the Cryopod TLC fancy up, and the skiff balance. Now, the skiff balance is already on PC, and I think the Cryopod, like, TLC is, I can't be 100% sure. I'd have to check, but if it isn't, it will be coming with the PC update as well. I think the flyer speed is what, you know, console players are very, very excited about, but obviously, you know, this isn't the main part of the video. I just wanted to get in that, you know, there's a new Genesis Chronicles coming at the end of the month, a big download. I mean, you'll probably be looking at, because there's lots of bug fixes on console, you'll be looking anywhere between 8 to 15 gigabytes for this update. But the main side of things that we're talking about is the game health. The game-changing stuff that Wildcard are doing on their live ops right now. So let's read through everything. We've got a lot to talk about today. And the first one is about the corrupt dinos breaking people's structures on extinction. Now, if you didn't know basically what Wildcard have done, I'm not going to read through this one because I just think it's more understandable if I just talk to you guys the way we will read the small tribes teaming. But this one is basically how they've made it so on extinction, corrupted dinos cannot damage players' structures anymore. So, because what people were doing is they were glitching dinos into people's structures and destroying bases on PvE just to be annoying, basically. So now on PvE, corrupted dinos, if you're someone that left PvE extinction because of this problem, it's been fixed now. So the next thing is about small tribes teaming rules. So the spirit of small tribes has always been to give players the opportunity to experience a tight group dynamic that is void of the scale and basically just different to the normal official servers. We recognise that it's a time to implement change in order to preserve this original concept of what we were hyped about, along with our community of small tribes. We've been long aware of the ongoing issues with teaming, along with gaps in our small tribes rules that have allowed some players to take advantage, and to combat this, we've reviewed it and begun updating, expanding those rules with a goal to improve the experience and hopefully crack down on teaming. So, I know this is obviously a big thing for people that play small tribes. That's why I'm quite glad they're doing this. The unique environment of small tribes has proved taxing on our enforcement team. So along with adding a newer, stricter rule set, we'll be looking at ways to investigate the process more efficiently. This will include more comprehensive guidelines on the types of evidence players should include in their tickets in order to obviously start like a support ticket, you know, an investigation on people that are cheating and teaming. All of these changes may require further iteration as they go live. We'll consider a few potential risks in order to provide a better experience for our players in the long term. We welcome player feedback as we refine those rules, and we'll approach this as a work in progress that may require some tweaks as they get it into the game. So that's pretty good and pretty interesting for people that are interested in small tribes. So yeah, that's that bit of information. On to the next bit, which is all about the live ops transfer issues, meshing, and more. So we've encountered some serious problems on our networking side that led to some players losing items or characters. So if you're someone that has had this problem, they have actually released an update which has made the system more robust. So if you have lost a character, they're saying anything resulting in data loss for our players is critical importance to us, and we apologize to those affected. They have made the system a lot stronger now. The servers are a lot stronger, so they shouldn't have this problem with the transfer issues. Let's hope this doesn't happen again, because I know it's happened a lot in the past with rollbacks and stuff. So yeah, anyway, if you're worried about transferring and losing characters, you should not be, well, you shouldn't have to worry about this now with the new implement of the stronger system. So meshing is still a focus for the team. We're constantly working on patching out methods and holes as we learn of them. They saw a large sort of uptick in meshing incidents on PlayStation recently. So some of the solutions to further counter meshing include zipline patch, so players can no longer jump on a zipline to get through a small hole. They've implemented an automated system that will now try and detect projectiles, so when players are firing rockets or ziplines inside the mesh, they will get destroyed before they make an impact. Unfortunately, this system can't hit every location, but we're happy to make some impact in this regard, and the system will keep on learning and keep on learning as it goes on. The world borders are now on PC, so I think they might have added a potential world border on console now. They might not have, but they're testing it a lot on PC at the moment. I made a video about this 2 weeks ago about the world borders, and basically anything outside of the world border will be destroyed. This is live on the island, 100% on PC, and I don't know if it's live on some of the others, but I know they're working and they'll be rolling out to other platforms soon. Obviously, they've considered all of the stuff to sort out meshing, better detection to prevent it in the first place, destroying what has slipped through the cracks, and identifying all the specific areas that can be exploited and patching them. So they'll share more information about the world border when more starts to go live, which I think is a pretty cool thing. The next thing moving on to is enforcement. Some of you don't feel your reports led to action, so we want to share more info about the action being taken against players who cheat or otherwise break our code of conduct. We're working on some solutions for better visibility for those affected by cheaters into punishments and actions taken against players that are constantly ruining the game via third-party softwares. We hope to roll these out in the near future. So obviously Wildcard are really cracking down on this right now because, I mean, it's a huge problem in the game, and cheaters using the third-party softwares, when they get, like, what Wildcard have always said is you can't just keep banning, like, as a way to sort out this problem. You can't keep banning third-party softwares that you find out about because people just make a whole new software. So it's more about how to combat the softwares in the whole rather than just banning certain ones. So that's what they're working on right now. Performance and stability. Client and server performance was a huge focus through 2020. That said, over the years, we've learned to stop counting dolos before they hatch in regards to how noticeable performance improvements are. But now that we can see the combined impact of a year's changes, we can confirm that some improvements when comparing to the performance at the start of 2020 are big. The changes of better in performance, compared to today, which is fantastic, and Wildcard are working on this every single day. The transfer system, we've completely moved to an in-network solution. Now we have control over what can go in and out of the system on a network level. This system is faster, more reliable, and more cost-effective, although it still needs some work to get it where it needs to be. DDoS protection. We've added some additional hardware and software solutions to our already existent DDoS solution through Nitrado. Incoming traffic can be more finely tuned on the packet level rather than a higher, more general level than prior. So, yeah, that's obviously great. People hate it when servers have been DDoSed in the past. Like, it tends to just be people that are just, like, really not happy with something that happened in the game, and then they decide to DDoS it, which I just don't think is fair. So, and obviously it's illegal. Performance in-game, structure, basics. So this one is mainly something that I'm not going to talk about, because it's sort of something that came in an old update, but I'll just give it a little summary. They did something about structure placing and basically just saving more memory, you know, when placing structures, and it really made a huge impact on big servers, like performance impacts. Like, there was people that, you know, back in the day in ARK, before the new team came in, you would try and load and run, like, you're a new player running on the server, and you spawn in and you land and you start walking towards a base, and it's a huge base, and you just get kicked off because it would be so. And now it's at this stage, ARK, where, you know, you can get near big bases, and it really is, the performance is so much better, and that's what I love about what Wildcard have done. The final thing is basically community feedback / connection. In some ways, when we update the game, we're really updating something that's no longer ours. It's yours. It's a creature, mechanic, or DLC that millions of players have grown to love. And we want to make sure we do good, and and for you, first and foremost. Like, they release something because they want us to enjoy it, and that's what, obviously, a great, you know, Wildcard gets a lot of hate for being a very, like, inconsistent studio. And, like, I'm not saying that they're perfect, because no one's perfect, and I know they delay things a lot, but, you know, I know people get annoyed when they say, oh, I'd rather have something released later than now if it's going to be better. I obviously support this. I think it's great. But I do believe, obviously, you should be sticking to release dates. I mean, I'm glad they didn't say March the 21st or something, and they sort of just said March, and for Genesis Part 2 for a DLC. But, you know, and now it's May. But I just don't, you know, I think it is a good thing. You know, Wildcard are a smaller studio. It's going to take time. Let's just hope they really, really do improve and become, and, you know, just become a bigger and better studio every single year. And I know that's what they're doing, especially with the second game coming out, because I'm telling you, ARK 2 is going to be the biggest game of the year. And I know that's a big, bold statement for me to say, but I really believe it is. I think the first day on Twitch, it's going to break records. You know, I reckon it'll be having over 1 million viewers on Twitch that day. Because you've got to think, there's so many communities that play this game, and very popular communities. And, you know, that day where some YouTubers started a new massive series called, like, Arcadia or something, and there was like 600,000 viewers on ARK on Twitch, and we haven't seen that since 2015. So that's crazy, and I just feel like the community's so big, and everyone, as much as the game gets a lot of hate, it's a really good community, and I'm really looking forward to the future. That's basically what they're just saying here, is about community feedback. Thank you for the feedback. That's why they released an official Discord. And, you know, if you've made it this far, thank you for sticking your head behind the curtain with us. And let us know if you like this sort of write-up to let you know what's going on with the game studio Wildcards. So, yeah, I'm liking this. I think it's really positive. I'm looking forward to the future of the game, growing more and more. We've got such an exciting end to the first game, and, I mean, I can't wait to start. I just can't wait to see what this game has to offer, you know. Like, yeah, maybe I wouldn't say that I play ARK every single day. I'm more of someone that says to my friends, you know, do you want to hop on the server and we play ARK together? And I can't wait for that excitement, you know, when I'm playing ARK every single day, like, and I'll be streaming it. That's why I'm so excited for the second one, because yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, as we're nearly at 200k, and I'll catch you guys in my next video very soon. See you guys later.